Hello again. Well, what you see before your eyes is a Hikvision CCTV DVR, is it called? A recorder bit anyway. This has been given to me by my mate Dave, so thanks very much to Dave for passing this over to me for repair. Came from a customer's house. It's, as the words of Star Trek say, it's dead, Jim. It was working okay and it died. It just stopped working. No idea why. So he passed it over to me. The customer themselves, they've got a new box. They're happy and working. This, though, if we can get it working, will be donated to a charity. So hopefully we can get this working. Not done anything with it. It's just arrived. So I thought, right, clear the desk. Let's see if we can get this sorted out. I'll just put this to one side for a minute. So we've got a USB on the front. I'm going to assume that's to record, take copies of any videos. We've got a power switch here, 12 volt in. We've got an RS connection. I think that's for things like switching alarms on and off or other sensors. Got a LAN connection, got an audio in and out. Is that for playing messages or for music or something? VGA, HDMI, another USB. We've got a video out, and these are for the cameras. So how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, 8. So we've got eight channels in the first place. Now you'll notice that the screws are missing. That's because on these units you can quite easily change the hard drives. Hard drives sit in this section here. That's the power and the signal cable for the hard drives. Normal drives that you can use in a PC, they normally go on here, but that's out at the moment. As you can see, not a great lot in these. We've got the main chip there, got a bit of memory around the outside of it. I'm guessing these chips here are for the video processing, and that's it. Oh, we've got a battery here. That must be for some sort of, yeah, they've got a clock or a crystal down there, look. So we've got, that must be for keeping the time. And that's it. Not a lot, really. So I'm looking at the circuit board at the moment. I can't see any blown components. I can't see, the capacitors look okay. There's no black on the board, so I'm going to assume, well, I'll tell you what, from the top, I'm going to assume all is okay. We don't know what the reverse side is yet, but let's start with some basics. First thing I'm going to look for is a fuse. So there's no fuse. There's a switch here which goes straight to the circuit board. 12 volt comes in, so this is DC, so there's no full bridge rectifiers or anything like that, so that looks okay. We can do there's some capacitors down there, so if we need to, we can do some testing for any short circuits or anything. But what I'm going to do is to have a look at this first. This is probably the culprit, but let's have a look. What we got here then? So this is, let's have a look if you can see that okay. So this is 12 volt, 1.5 amps. So the input is 210 to 240. And we've got, I'm just going to bring my magnifying glass in so we can see. So we've got pin 1 is positive, pin 2 is positive, pin 3 is ground, and pin 4 is ground. Okay, so that's on this little corner piece here, look. Can you see that okay? Yes, you can, look, there we go. So pin 1 and pin 2, which are at the bottom here, they're plus, and then pin 3 and 4 are the negative or the ground. The two squares, by the way, are double insulated, so this is when you're doing PAT testing, portable appliance testing, this is a class 2 if you're interested in doing that. So as I said, this is twin cable. So even though it's got 4 pins on it, it looks like it's just plus and ground on it. Right, let's do some testing then. So I need some power, just a minute. I'll plug it into my power supply. There we go. Right, now what it said was that the bottom 2 pins are plus and the top 2 pins are ground. So let's see if I can touch these without shorting anything out. I know which is the top and which is the bottom because you've got the flat bit on here. So let's have a look. Yeah, I have got it on. Oh dear, a bit difficult to hold this. There, got it, right. Okay, that is actually showing us 12 volts. Well, that is giving us 12 volts, but that's 12 volts without a load, so well, that's working. The fan's going. So is it? Oh, we've got a light on just there. What we should hear is some beeps. So when it boots up, we should hear some bits because there's no hard drive in. Is it going to give me some beeps? I'll tell you what we'll do. I think we'll connect this up to my monitor. There we go, there's the beeps. So it's working. It is working. Why did he say it wasn't working? Well, I'm glad I fixed it. Okay, and if we look on the telly, we have, although it says no video, they're the cameras all the way around. There's no cameras attached, but that is in fact working. If I turn it off, there we go. I'll turn it on again. And it should boot after a while. We should get a logo. Well, the fan is spinning again and we've got a light on the circuit board down there, so we know that's working. I just wondered if it needed a reset of some sort. Yep, there's the logo, it's come up. And we should get the beeps in a minute. There we go, so it's initialized. There we go. Obviously, it's got no camera, no hard drive, so that's why it's beeping. Okay, it's working. Right, we're back on the bench again, and as you can see, I've now put the hard drive in. I haven't recorded it because you don't want to see someone just screwing in 4 screws on the bottom and plugging in a hard drive. So that's a hard drive in again now, so we can switch it on and hopefully we won't get the bleeping noise anymore. Plug that into the wall I'll twist it around for you so you can see. I'll tell you what, I'll switch the lights out again. There we go, so you can see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to switch it on again. Now what I'm going to do as well, right, I'll plug the USB keyboard into the front, and on the floor where I keep most things, a USB mouse. Right, okay, right, we're sorted out. Here we go. Fans come on, lights come on, that's good. We should see a logo. Here, can hear the here. Ha ha ha. I can hear the hard drive clicking into life, which is good. Right, let's see if we get the logo. I'll tell you what we might do. We might plug it in, that might help. Plugged everything in apart from the signal cable. There we go. Yep. Right, hopefully no bleeps this time. Okay, we have got bleeps, but we have got an error message. So it wants to initialize the drive. So yeah, let it. Now it's asking me for a password. I have no idea what the password is. Okay, so I'm going to assume that once we've initialized the drive, then we should be able to use it okay. Yeah, no matter what I do, it's going to ask me for yeah, it's going to ask me for a password. But look, hey look, it's working. So this is a bit of an anticlimax. Nothing to fix. Isn't that a shame? What I was going to do, because I thought it was the transformer that was faulty, I had dug out in my box of bits another transformer, and normally these little transformers blow. There's like they get too hot, or there's an internal fuse or something like that. So I've got another transformer here. I was going to cut the end off, splice it onto there and show it up, but after all that, there's no need to do that because it's working okay. I'll pass it back to Dave and he can do what he wants to do with it. He might know what the password is. We'll get the drive initialized and then everything's fine. Sorry about that. So a bit of an anticlimax. If you like what I do, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe down there and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Hang on a minute. Hold the horses. Stop the video. It's the next day and I'm still here and that's still in pieces. What's gone wrong? Well, I came today to take some photos to send to Dave to say, look, it's working. There's nothing wrong with this in the slightest. Only to find I plug it in the wall, switch it on, and it's dead. Right, sorry about the break. Mobile phone went off, just had to take it. So this is now dead as a dodo. So back to square one. No idea why, but I'm going to test the power again first off because I've still got a sneaky suspicion it's this. And why do I say that? It's because I've had in the past plenty of these blow in the past. They're not very expensive, they're quite cheap. So power's on the wall. Let's get our multimeter. I'll have to excuse the bench. I mean, you can't see it off to the side. Let's show you. It's a mess. That's because I'm between several different projects at the moment. waiting for bits to arrive. Right, okay, so stick that on voltage. Hope you can see that all right. So if we look at the back of this, it was the flat was positive. Okay, so the flat is at the top, so that's positive at the top. Now I'm going to have to do this in the shadows a bit because it's a bit difficult to try and hold this and test it at the same time. So I've got one on one pin, one on the other, and now it's showing 12 volts again. This is so strange. Right. And now it's working. What is going on? Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. It's powering up the hard drive okay. And is it a loose cable perhaps? This is going to bleep in a minute. No, I'm wiggling the cable all the way through and it's staying on. There we go, there's a bleep in. Why will it work 1 minute and not the next? That is, I still think it's this transformer. I still think it's the transformer, mainly because one day it'll work, one day it won't. 1 minute it'll work, 1 minute it won't. Whether there's I don't know. I wiggled the cable and the cable seemed fine, but I think I'm not going to lose it by anything anyway. I think I'll go back with plan B or plan A, which is to replace it with a new one. And then I can almost guarantee then, at least have it removed the possibility of it being this transformer. This one's got an LED on it just here, so if this does have a problem, at least I'll know because the LED will be off. This is a 12 volt 2 amp. And what was this? This was 12 volt 1.5 amps, so it'll work. Okay, I'm going to just cut it. There we go. Right, now we need to know which cable is which. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh no, I thought that was a break, but it's not. We need to know which cable is which. So what we'll do, this is the one with the marker on it. If you can see that or not, I'm not sure. This has got like a tracer on it, this one hasn't. Might be easy to see it on there. Yep, okay. So I've stripped the one with the tracer on it. Stick that on there, stick one side of the probe on that. Continuity mode. So we know that next to the flat, which is the top here, is positive. Yep. So the one with the tracer, the cable with the tracer on it, is a positive. Okay, right. Then we need to get this one. So this has got a plug on it. Obviously we need to take that one off. Give it a bit of slack so we can play with it. There we go. That's that off. Right, let's just double check to make sure this is reading correctly. And we'll stick that on the black cable. No, let's stick that one on the black cable. That might help. There we go, switch it on the wall. Put that on there, and we've got a steady 12 volts, so that's okay. So we know the two cables are correct, as in red and black. So all we need to do now is connect these up. Right, back in a minute, there's something I need to grab. And we're back on the bench. So what have I grabbed? Just a box of heat shrink tubing. What we're going to use. That might be a little too big, yeah. That feels a better one, so then we'll use that one. And we need something for the outside. Yeah, so we'll use that for the outside, so put that on. We'll use this. Chop that in half. Half on each cable. Don't forget the tracer is the plus. Okay, well, it's like threading a needle, isn't it? Right, and the other side of the cable. Where's the side of the cable gone? Here it is. Right, so the one with the tracer is a plus, so we can put that on there. We'll switch the soldering iron on, get that warmed up. Okay, a little bit of flux. A little bit of flux, he says, that's absolutely caked with the stuff. A little bit of flux. And then when the soldering iron's up to heat, we'll give it a blast. Okay. Right, just take some sugar to heat you. So you need a bit of solder. Okay, this one's done. And another one. Right, that's got that done. Now, before I go any further, better check to make sure this is working okay. Plug that in there, make sure that cable's separate so it's not going to short out. Plug that in there. Okay, power on, we've got the light on. Yep, we've got the light on the circuit board and the fan is going. So, don't know if you can see that or not with the little lights down there. You can probably hear the noises. So that's on, that's okay. So, now we can finish this off. Right, I just switched the blower on so we can put the blower on this in a minute and shrink the cable down, he says. Which we can't do. Hopefully we get over these two, like so. Right, so I'm just that up. Right, that's got that done. Now I've gone a little bit too far cutting this cable back here. What I will do is I'll put a bit of black tape on that just to protect it, but we know that this is now protected, this is fine. Let's bring that over. Blue light is on, which is good. Light is on and the fan is blowing, so that's good. So that's now working. That's okay. Let's plug it into the telly as well. There we go. Don't worry about the colours. That's just a loose cable. Where is it? So I've got two messages on there. I've got one that says the keys are locked for some reason. I don't know how to unlock keys. How do you unlock keys? That's on the telly itself. Okay, so that's all working. I know the colour on here is not perfect, but I think that's down to my cable here. There we go. Look, if I muck about with it changes. There we go. So that's down to this cable. So there we go. Hopefully this time it's now fixed. Hopefully, fingers crossed. What I will do is just the same as the other day. Just watch your eyes, the light's coming back on. 3, 2, 1, the lights are back on. You can open your eyes again. Hopefully I can come back to this tomorrow and it'll work. That beeping is just because the hard drive is not initialized, nothing else. I'm going to say this time it's a fix. He says with his fingers crossed. Hope you like that. Hope you enjoy what I do. As I said before, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.